Imagine, um, you know, space tourism is booming, but what if reaching for the stars means we have to sacrifice like the forests right here on Earth?
Yeah, that's a pretty thought-provoking question.
It is, and it's at the heart of a really interesting speculative design project we're going to be looking at today called the Sky Ladder.
Oh yeah, the Sky Ladder. I'm excited to talk about this.
Yeah, it's by this Latvian designer, Jiris Ozols, and he's kind of looking at this tension, right? This push and pull between technological advancement and the impact it has on the environment, and he sets it in Latvia.
Okay, cool.
And so we're going to be digging into this today, and it should be a really fascinating discussion.
Yeah, I think a lot of people listening are probably really interested in this kind of stuff too. This idea of progress and what we have to maybe give up to achieve certain things.
Absolutely, and I think the Skyladder in particular does a really good job of kind of crystallizing this tension.
Yeah, for sure.
So one of the things that's really striking about this project is this image of a birch sapling.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It's tiny, and it's encased in this like protective shield.
Like a little dome almost.
Yeah, almost like
Yeah.
you'd see it in a museum or something, right?
Right, like it's this precious artifact.
Exactly. And the reason it needs this protection, the shield, is because of orbital debris.
Wow. So we're talking like a future where space travel is so common that even little saplings need protection from falling space junk.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Yeah.
crazy image, right? And it gets even more interesting when you think about like the symbolism of birch forests in Latvia.
Right. Birch trees are really important culturally in Latvia.
Yeah, they're like a national symbol.
Hmm.
They're all over the place. And what Ozols is doing here is he's kind of suggesting that in this future where space tourism is this huge thing in Latvia, that birch forests have been like decimated to make way for these massive spaceports.
So the sapling and the dome is like all that's left.
Yeah, it's like this stark reminder of what's been lost.
Powerful imagery, for sure.
And it's interesting too because he's not just like presenting this image, he's also got this whole project description that goes into like the specifics of this future.
Oh, really? So like a whole narrative built around it.
Yeah, and it talks about, how Latvia becomes like this unexpected hub for space tourism and how the economy is booming because of it. All this cutting edge technology is being developed. But then there's also this underlying sense of unease, like this question about, what has been sacrificed to get to this point.
Right. So he's not just saying space travel is bad. He's presenting a much more nuanced perspective.
Exactly. And that's what I think is so cool about speculative design in general, right? It's not about predicting the future. It's about using design to kind of explore these potential futures and get people thinking about, the choices that we're making today and how they might impact the future.
Yeah, like what are the consequences of our actions and are we willing to accept those consequences?
Yeah.